Okay, thank you. Wait a second. Did you switch it from camera or it was on video?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. I think you gotta just kind of crouch down a little, Michelle, so they can see you. A little bit there.
There I am.
Okay.
Hi everybody. We're here dropping off the queen bee and the nuke for the Dottke hive, and Lisa has been nice enough. She's gonna show us how to do it. She's got her hive tools and the levels. Basically, the nuke is already a mini hive, 5 frames inside, and the queen's already there. And there's food, and there's honey, and there's cap, right? Capped honey.
Brood, and babies.
Everything's inside. So all we have to do is take out 5 of those. So there's room for these, and then she's going to show us how to do it.
And the queen should be marked, so that will be fun to see, because she'll have a little dot. So that was our outer cover. This is our inner cover. And then on the inside are 10 frames. We're going to remove the first 5 the middle 5. And we're going to just take them out and put them in another place. Oh, that one's a little damaged. For now, because there's 5 in there. What do I got here? 4. And okay, so hopefully we'll get to see the queen. Shouldn't be hard to find her. They usually have an orange dot, maybe a yellow dot on them. Green, I've seen pink. All right. And my most unfavorite part of the whole thing. All right. Of course, you would be much more safe than this then. All right. If I need those, I probably won't. Okay, so. Yep. All right, very good. So I'm going to tip the box a little so you can see. Get that corner in there. There they are. And this box probably weighs what? What would you say? About 15 pounds? Yeah.
12 pounds.
All right, so I'm going to try with the outer one first. And I have to be real careful because if the queen is on this frame, we don't want to roll her or smush her. So you can see here, there's pollen stores. If you get close enough, there's little orange inside the cells where they have pollen stores. I don't see the queen on here, so we'll start with this one. Alright, easy enough, right? Okay, so these are a little bit, we don't want to break the wax where it spills out honey and everything, so I'm just going to cut where the bees have glued it together quite a bit here. Alright, that made him a little mad. Now you can see the capped brood. Oh, there's the queen. Come on in. See the pink? She's walking around. She's a lot larger. You can see her climbing around. Also on this frame is capped brood. You can see the little brown coverings. There's baby bees inside of there that will emerge in a few days probably. And on this side we just have drawn comb, nothing in it. So say goodbye to the queen. That's our Dottke queen.
Might have a contest that you get to name her. So
we'll be very careful.
The queen the first. So
being very careful to make sure she doesn't get harmed. She's the whole business. third frame. Beautiful. Look at all the capped brood on there. So you can see, actually, if you look inside the holes surrounding the capped brood, you'll see little white grubs. I'm going to move up to the camera here.
You can zoom in.
There's grubs inside. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
And then on the other side as well, there's a lot of nice capped brood. You can see that. All right. Now I have to remember which way I pulled it out, so I think it goes this way. All right. Any questions while we're... I know you asked a lot of them last time.
Well, I was teasing Alex that I hope they weren't getting seasick in the car, but obviously not because they can't see where we were going. But
Alex, what music did you play all the way here for these bees?
I didn't play everything.
we played Flight of the Bumblebee just so they felt at home.
This is beautiful. There are also grubs and larvae. Larva is grubs. And eggs inside of these cells, and all of these worker bees are tending to those little baby eggs and larvae, which they will cap and then hatch out in a few more days.
So those racks used to look like, frames used to look like that.
Right,
And
exactly.
now they look like this.
Exactly.
And how long do you think they were in these frames? So they sent them from California, right? California?
A couple months probably.
So this is a couple months worth of work for
Yeah.
the bees?
Yep.
And they ship them on a pallets? Like, because it came on a pallet. We picked up this box and it was on a pallet.
Right, and on a semi-truck.
The semi-truck.
Yep. So inside of this one, you can see nectar stores. It's real shiny, like water, and the bees have to fan the nectar and reduce the water content so that it becomes honey. And once that happens, that's when they will cap the honey. I don't see any capped honey on any of these frames right now, so
How could you tell the capped honey versus the capped brood?
it's a little different color, and the capped brood is capped with a little bit more of a like a fibrous material. The capped honey is done with wax. It's beautiful white wax on top of the capped honey. So this will be our last frame. They're drinking out a lot, or I think what they're doing right here is, well, they're tending to the brood, but I think the other ones are sipping on the nectar. So I might put a feeder in there just to make sure they have enough food while we're waiting for flowers and other things. They seem to be okay. There's sugar water in the nuke they came from, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to set up a feeder, which I can do later, just to make sure they have plenty of food. Okay, so in the nuke box, now you can see that these side panels have holes, and there's sugar syrup in there, so when the bees were shipped, they were able to eat by sucking the sugar syrup out of these holes. And so when I move this package, I was going to kind of dump some of them in there, and maybe I'll just set it down. You might see some of that syrup come out, so I'd like to get them in here. Alright, and so that's most of them. So what I have to do now is just make sure that the frames are all equally spaced, so that as they build more honeycomb on the frames, it's straight.
I read somewhere, Lisa, is it better to wear lighter colored clothes or doesn't it matter?
It seems to be that if you wear black, they attack that color. Some people say they think it's a bear or they think it's a predator, a raccoon or something. And I have noticed if I wear black socks, they'll always try and sting my ankles. So maybe there's some truth to it. If you notice, beekeeping outfits for years have always been white. So So that is an installation of a nuke, and they look very healthy and beautiful. We got to see our queen, so I'm going to put the inner cover on now. And one way to do that without smushing the bees is to kind of slowly lower it and start dragging it across the top, which will rather roll the bee instead of smushing it, and it gives them an opportunity to get out of the way. And so that's how I put the cover on when they're so thick at the top like that. And I'll probably put a feeder on here a little later, and then the second hive body so that they have a little extra food. Here's the outer cover. Same idea. I give them a little chance to get out of the way. Very nice hive. Is that on? There we go. It didn't feel like it. And then we'll just quick check for. Okay,
You said it's important that they're level because all the honey will be affected as to how
the way they build their comb.
So
I'm going to. I might have to shim it. It's a little off. If you see that, I'll go this way. And I would rather it's tipped a little forward just in case there is any water. It will roll out of there. So this way I'm not as worried, but this way it needs, it's not terrible, but I need to pick this end up a little bit. So I'll get a shim and I'll level that, and the rest of the bees will smell the queen and they will go inside here.
Doesn't the left side have to be where you are, has to be up to make it level?
Yeah, you're right. This side.
There's another block here, I'm just asking.
No, I'll get a wood shim.
Shim under the actual hive.
So we have our entrance reducer in here, and it's on the large space, which is good. And I think that should do it. So that's it. Dottke, you're all set, and best of luck. We'll do intermittent videos every week or so and keep you updated on how they are progressing and building their hive. And eventually this is just going to get taller and taller. So very exciting. All right.
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Lisa.